Colorado is an increasingly progressive state, putting restrictions on businesses in the name of consumer and environmental protection. Is that driving businesses out of Colorado, Mr. Bennett?
I would say that it is really problematic that we are driving businesses out of Colorado for the first time since the 1980s. And in the 1980s, it was an oil and gas downturn that was the cause. And I think today it's a combination of there being too much red tape, too much regulation, all of which is making it more expensive for families and making it more expensive for businesses of every stripe to operate in Colorado. The good news is I think we can turn it around. I don't think there is a state in America that's got a better economy than ours is. Our aerospace industry, our space industry, the legacy of the cable folks that are here today, our tech industry and our agriculture industry, just to name a few, we have a lot of depth in Colorado. But I think we have to take a beat and realize that we haven't recovered fully from COVID, that our economy is beginning to send businesses away that are very, very important to our kids being able to have great jobs. And the good news is, I think there's the opportunity for us to build an important coalition between business and families to make sure this state can actually become the affordable state that it needs to be.
Mr. Weiser, are these added regulations driving businesses out of Colorado?
I have said this before, and depending on how much you like garlic, you might not go with this, but regulation should be like garlic in cooking, which is as much as you need, but no more. We need to be rigorous and careful, because when we do adopt more regulatory burdens than necessary, because we're not rigorous and careful, it can make it harder for businesses to operate. And I've heard that about businesses. I heard one today who said it was too hard to get the business located and sited, so they chose Utah instead of Colorado. When I'm governor, I'm going to make sure I'm a champion for business, and businesses know the wind's at their back, not in their face, to make sure I take on these obstacles. And for me, this is personal. I spent my career supporting business development in Colorado, founding a center, founding Startup Colorado, founding the Bridge Entrepreneurs Network, so people can build great companies here.
Mr. Weiser, thank you. Palantir, the surveillance and technology company that's working closely with the Trump administration, was Colorado's largest publicly traded company. They didn't have that many employees here, but then they left in the dark of night in February, and a bunch of progressives said good riddance to them. In a sentence or two, were you sad when Palantir left Colorado, Mr. Weiser?
I don't want companies to leave Colorado. I want this to be a place that all companies want to be. So I'm not going to be happy to see them or anyone go.
Mr. Bennett.
I think it's a tragedy that companies are leaving Colorado, and it's one of the reasons why I'm running for governor. Honestly, look, this is ridiculous.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you about Palantir. No, okay. Both of you guys sad that Palantir left. Very good.